Hi, and welcome back to this brief introduction into AI technology. Today, we're going to be talking about Stable Diffusion Online, which is an AI application out there on the market that is absolutely free. It allows you the ability to take text and type in whatever it is that you want, and it literally will convert it into an image, depending on what it is that you so choose. Now, if you notice over here at the top, here is in the actual website that you can visit, stablediffusionweb.com. And if you notice, here is the landing page. It's a pretty simple application that it does say again that it's absolutely free. So by all means, feel free to check it out. We're going to go ahead and today and actually show you exactly how it works. Now go ahead and click the Get Started Now button. It's going to populate into this AI image generator screen. It's a pretty simple process. In this little prompt box is where you're going to go ahead and type in your request. Right over here, it does have a drop down, which shows various styles, but we'll leave it to the default for this one. Over here, it does have advanced options. By all means, feel free to play around with them if you so choose. And then over here, all you have to do after you've typed in your request is literally click the generate button. Now, I will say that because this is a free application, it is going to take some time to populate. So we're going to go ahead and put in the request and actually pause the video if we find that this application is taking a little bit longer. It usually takes a couple of minutes depending on how many users. Right over here, we're going to see the image, and I'll show you exactly how to download that image. So let's go ahead and try this out. Now, let's go ahead and say woman with brown hair gardening. Now, I'm going to say this about AI technology. It goes without saying that if you use this, be as specific as possible. In this case, we said we want the woman to have brown hair. You have to tell it. Otherwise, it will go ahead and choose whatever color it is, whether you want the woman to have blue eyes, blonde haired, maybe you want dark hair. By all means, feel free to include darker hair. If you want the woman wearing a specific colored shirt, you're going to have to make sure that you actually specify that, simply saying wearing a red shirt. So it gives the opportunity for this technology to understand as much as possible what it is that you're expecting out of this final image. So let's go ahead and actually click the generate button and see how long it takes. And again, we are more than likely going to have to pause this video if it doesn't come up right away, which is very common for this specific free application. But what I will say about this AI generator, and the reason I chose to do this video, it's one of the most ones that I found out on the market that are free, that produces human-like images. Often, unfortunately, you find these other AI softwares out there, and when they generate these humans, they don't look human at all, which is definitely not really something you would want if you're actually using this technology to create images for your YouTube videos or a website. So let's go ahead and pause this video. We'll return when it actually generates the woman with brown hair gardening wearing a red shirt. Okay, so here we are back. The image actually did in fact populate, and if you notice over here, this is the image it came up with. It looks pretty good. I would say that it looks semi-human. The eyes have a tendency to look a little fake in this particular photo. I will go ahead and show you an example of another image that I generated with somewhat of a similar request. Now, what I want to emphasize, and this is a pretty good example here, where the woman is like looking outward. If you wanted the woman looking down, maybe you wanted yellow roses, maybe you wanted her just, working with tools, by all means, feel free to say wearing a red shirt looking down. So that way it gives you, again, from positioning is something that you need to make sure that you articulate to AI technology. For example, if someone is in the bedroom, maybe they're sitting in the bed. Well, how are they sitting in the bed? Are they sitting in the bed? Are they lying down in the bed? Again, emphasize positioning if in fact it's something that you are trying to get a specific type of look in the image that you want to create. So let's go ahead and see how you download this image. Right over here, there is a little download button, as you notice right over there. You also have the ability to right click over here and do a save as and put that image to your PC. Now this is the free version, and if you notice down over here, it's going to come with the watermark, or what they call watermark URL, which is the website address. If you want that removed, by all means, you can upgrade to the premium plan. It's not to say that you couldn't remove it without just using simple Adobe. But, in this case, it's implied that the watermark should stay on there. Now let's go ahead and see what this actual premium plan looks like. Here, as you can see here, premium plan is literally just $10 a month and $8.33 if you sign up for an entire year. The distinction between the free plan and the paid plan is simply a lot faster generating the images for you. You still get unlimited images regardless if it's paid or free. But they also say here that you're not going to get a watermark, which is simply that little URL at the bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you another image that this one actually generated that looks a little bit more human than this one. Here's another example. Let's go up here. This is, I just typed in woman gardening. Again, same default right over here. Click the button and this is what came up. This one looks a little bit more human-like. The eyes are in fact closed. She's focused down here on the soil. Again, if you want yellow roses, red roses, a specific type of daisies maybe, feel free to include that in the description. This one was just saying woman gardening. We didn't make any distinction with the hair, so it just automatically defaulted to this color hair. Again, so it's pretty straightforward. Here's another example. This one was a request, woman cooking a cake in a kitchen wearing a red well, this one says a red shirt, so this must have been changed. A blue shirt is really what it is. So at the end of the day, this is what it came up with. So hopefully, as you notice down here, this one is the last example I'm going to give you. Luxury red race car on the road. Again, it gives you the back end, but if you wanted to go ahead and see the front end of this car or a side view, include that in your description. So it's a good example of how in today's world, AI technology is as sophisticated as it's going to get. Hopefully in the future it'll get better. Now I do want to point this out, that what's often asked out there is can I use AI technology to take this person and generate this same person into different poses, into different sceneries? And the answer is unfortunately you can't. You're going to find that to be more than not the case in any type of application out there with AI technology, whether it's a paid version or a free version. Now, I do know that there might be a few out there that people have tweaked and gotten around that and been able to use that same person by either uploading a specific image and then having that base image be used in that specific type of application to then have AI technology actually put that individual into different scenarios. Now, if that's the case and you are using an existing image, then the answer is yes. But if your question is, can I use just this standalone application to have this person come up in different scenarios? Unfortunately, you cannot, is usually the answer for most applications out there. I hope that this gives you a quick tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you into the next video.